The job description of a lab technician outlines the essential role this professional plays in supporting scientific, medical, and technical research. Lab technicians operate in a variety of settings, including hospitals, research laboratories, pharmaceutical companies, diagnostic centers, environmental agencies, and academic institutions. Their core function is to conduct tests, analyze samples, and provide accurate data that aids in diagnosis, treatment, research, and product development. Lab technicians work behind the scenes but are vital to the success of many operations. Whether it's identifying a disease, testing water purity, or validating pharmaceutical compounds, their contributions ensure that the results are trustworthy and replicable. They follow strict protocols and use a wide range of instruments, from microscopes and centrifuges to spectrophotometers and automated analyzers, depending on the field of application. With advancements in science and technology, the role of lab technicians has grown in complexity and specialization. While some technicians focus on clinical analysis, others may work in microbiology, hematology, environmental science, food safety, or forensic science. Regardless of the setting, their work forms the foundation for data-driven decisions across a wide array of disciplines. Role and responsibilities of a lab technician. Lab technicians are responsible for preparing specimens and conducting tests under the supervision of senior scientists, pathologists, or laboratory managers. In clinical labs, they may work with blood, urine, tissue, or other bodily fluids to detect diseases or monitor patient health. In industrial or research labs, they might test product samples, environmental materials, or chemical compounds. Sample preparation is a fundamental responsibility. This includes labeling, storing, and sometimes centrifuging or chemically treating specimens to ensure they are ready for testing. Lab technicians must maintain the integrity of each sample, as contamination or incorrect handling can compromise results. Another core responsibility is operating and maintaining lab equipment. Technicians must understand how to calibrate instruments, run diagnostics, and identify when a device needs maintenance or repair. In high-volume labs, they often work with automated machines that can process dozens or hundreds of samples at once, requiring both technical skill and vigilance. Data recording and reporting are equally important. Lab technicians must accurately document results, often inputting them into electronic databases or lab information systems, (LI). They also create charts, graphs, and written reports that summarize findings for review by healthcare professionals or researchers. Accuracy and attention to detail are crucial, as even minor errors can lead to incorrect diagnoses or failed experiments. Lab safety is a constant priority. Technicians must follow protocols for handling hazardous materials, disposing of biohazardous waste, and using personal protective equipment, PPE. They are trained in emergency procedures, chemical spill response, and infection control measures. In certain environments, they may also monitor compliance with regulatory standards, such as those from OSHA, CLIA, or ISO. Beyond technical duties, lab technicians often assist in inventory management. They track supplies, order reagents, and ensure that chemicals are properly labeled and stored. In smaller labs, they may also take on clerical responsibilities, such as scheduling tests, answering inquiries, and coordinating with external service providers. Midway through their daily tasks, it becomes clear that the job description of a lab technician demands a blend of scientific knowledge, manual dexterity, and disciplined work habits. These professionals must perform repetitive tasks with consistent precision, often under time constraints and with minimal supervision. Skills and competencies required for lab technicians. Lab technicians must possess a solid understanding of scientific principles relevant to their field. This includes biology, chemistry, anatomy, or environmental science, depending on the nature of their work. The ability to understand and apply scientific methods is essential to maintaining the integrity and reliability of lab operations. Attention to detail is one of the most critical skills in this role. Technicians must notice subtle changes in specimen color, volume, or reaction outcomes. They need to catch discrepancies in readings, identify calibration issues, and verify that each result aligns with expected parameters. Precision ensures that tests are reproducible and that errors are minimized. Technical proficiency with laboratory instruments and computer systems is another core requirement. Lab technicians must be comfortable using advanced lab tools, digital databases, and software that supports data analysis and quality control. They must also be skilled in troubleshooting instruments when results seem inconsistent or when machines show error messages. Organizational skills help technicians manage multiple tasks, track samples, and maintain clear documentation. Time management becomes essential in busy labs where technicians may be required to handle dozens of samples daily under tight deadlines. Communication skills are vital, particularly in collaborative lab environments. Technicians must relay findings to supervisors, work in teams, and sometimes explain procedures to junior staff or interns. Written communication is equally important when documenting test procedures, noting anomalies, or preparing reports. Adaptability is another important trait. Lab work can be unpredictable, with urgent tests or unexpected equipment failures. Technicians must be able to shift priorities quickly and solve problems as they arise. In research labs, they may have to revise protocols or design new procedures based on evolving project goals. Professional ethics and integrity are essential. Lab technicians often work with confidential patient data or proprietary research material. They must follow strict protocols for data handling, privacy, and result verification. Work environment and job context. The work environment for lab technicians varies depending on the industry. In clinical laboratories, the atmosphere is fast-paced and structured, often operating 24/7 to support hospitals and emergency departments. In research and academic settings, the environment is more experimental, focusing on innovation, data collection, and long-term studies. Industrial labs, such as those in pharmaceutical or chemical companies, emphasize quality control and regulatory compliance. Here, lab technicians may work in clean rooms or controlled environments to maintain product integrity. Forensic labs, on the other hand, require precision under legal scrutiny, with technicians following strict chains of custody and documentation protocols. Lab technicians typically work full-time, often on rotating shifts, especially in clinical and diagnostic settings. Night, weekend, and holiday shifts may be required. The job involves long periods of standing, repetitive tasks, and exposure to potentially hazardous materials, necessitating the consistent use of PPE. While lab work is often solitary, collaboration is essential. Technicians interact with medical technologists, scientists, physicians, quality analysts, and administrative staff. They are integral to multidisciplinary teams that rely on timely and accurate lab data. Educational requirements and career path. Most lab technician positions require at least an associate degree in laboratory science, medical technology, or a related discipline. Many employers prefer candidates with a bachelor's degree in biology, chemistry, microbiology, or applied science. In the healthcare field, completion of an accredited medical laboratory technician (MLT) program is often necessary. Certifications enhance employability and are sometimes mandatory. For medical lab technicians in the U.S., certification by the American Society for Clinical Pathology, ASCP, American Medical Technologists, AMT, or similar bodies is highly valued. Certification typically requires passing an exam and may require continuing education for renewal. New lab technicians often begin in entry-level roles and can progress to senior technician, technologist, or lab supervisor positions with experience. Some may specialize further in areas like histology, cytology, or molecular diagnostics. Others transition into quality control, research coordination, or regulatory affairs. Advancement may also involve pursuing further education, such as a bachelor's or master's degree in medical laboratory science or clinical research. Those interested in teaching or management may move into academic or administrative positions. Conclusion. The job description of a lab technician reveals a role that is both scientifically rigorous and deeply influential. These professionals are the backbone of laboratories, ensuring the smooth execution of tests, experiments, and analyses that underpin decision-making in medicine, science, and industry. Their meticulous work ensures that diagnoses are accurate, research is valid, and products meet safety standards. While often working out of public view, lab technicians are indispensable to healthcare systems, research teams, and industrial operations alike. Their ability to handle delicate materials, manage complex equipment, and interpret data with accuracy is fundamental to the success of scientific and medical pursuits. Toward the end of any diagnostic process or experiment, when a doctor prescribes a treatment or a scientist draws a conclusion, it is often the unseen effort of a lab technician that has enabled such clarity. In this way, the lab technician plays a quiet but essential role in improving health, advancing science, and safeguarding public well-being.